My friends introduced me to ice hockey in Jurong East. So it was a culture shock for me because I had to go for training at 7 a.m. during Sunday morning and midnight training in Friday. Yeah, but I stuck with it and has been playing ever since.
For me, I work all day, then I head out to the rink at 10 p.m. to run the fitness session for an hour. And we actually don't hit the ice until midnight, and we train all the way up to 2 a.m. So after you get changed, shower, get back home, it's 3 a.m. before we go to sleep, and for all of us, I wake up at 8 o'clock to head to work, and then we repeat.
And within the NSAs, we're talking about sharing the ice time between ice hockey, ice skating, and we also understand curling wants to introduce or expand their programs.
Curling?
Yes.
You have curling?
Yes, we have curling in Singapore.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Okay.
So we understand curling wants to expand their programs as well. And within ice skating, we have figure skating and short track speed skating.
Personally, for me as a short track speed skater, I need the ice feeling, like that feeling on ice. So that means we in Singapore, we only have ground training daily and then twice a week of ice. So not necessarily if we have that power, not necessarily we can translate that power over into the ice. So we may have a lot of power, but then if we can't translate it on the ice, then it's still the same. It's useless.
Are your national teams still having to pay on their own to travel and compete overseas for ranking points in order to qualify to represent Singapore at major games?
Unfortunately, yes, they are. All our players or athletes actually come from works of life, so they are students, they are working adults, but yes, they have to pay for trainings, they have to pay for hockey expenses, so basically when they travel they actually have to pay for this.
Having more hours creates the muscle memory, so that's why you see a lot of the top skaters such as the Russians, they train 6 hours a day over and over, 6 days a week, over and over and over, and then when they get to the competition, boom, they are they just go in, they do it, and they're out. They don't think, they just let their body control. But I think for us, since we don't have as much training time to create that muscle memory, we don't we go into a competition and then we have all these thoughts oh, what if this, or why if I misstep this. I think that's in a way how it affects how we deal with the mental stress. So I think that also adds a bit of the pressure that we get.
What we look for is a passion for the game, a commitment obviously because of our hours, and really ultimately a belief that we can compete with the rest of the countries despite our resources.
2 different disciplines, and we also hope to expand the disciplines as well, introduce more disciplines like dance, hair, synchronized skating. So there's a lot more we would like to do.
Yeah.
And given that there's only one rink, it is a tough fight for ice hours amongst the sports and amongst the disciplines.
Currently, the ice hockey rink is at Jurong East only. Those staying in the east or other parts of Singapore may not want to travel so far to the rink at such weird timings. So with another rink built at maybe different parts of Singapore, I believe that it will be more accessible and reach out to more players out there.